This is Jeffrey Aaron reporting tonight from Frankfurt International Airport. Often, the changing of the guard between top executives at any company, including air cargo, is more like aircraft passing in the night than an opportunity for some up-close and personal conversation filled with insight and promise. But that is exactly what happened recently as we spoke to Christian Fink, outgoing managing director of Lufthansa Charter, who's moving to another assignment at the airline, and Reto Hunziker, who arrives from Jade Cargo in China to the MD post at Lufthansa Charter. What lies ahead for these two managers is yet to be recorded, but their vision for the future emerges here.
Professionally speaking, I am already and will be for the time coming heavily involved in issues which actually are pretty far away from doing charter business.
Yeah.
In the core of Lufthansa's group management, moving over, actually going back a little bit to the roots where I used to work years ago, HR and legally related items, and I probably can't really explain it in English in an interview, where Lufthansa is reorganizing its whole structure in terms of how is the organizational and the political setup for collective bargaining agreements, work together with the unions. There's the representation of the Lufthansa companies will be reorganized in their own in an own legal organization representing the employers of the Lufthansa companies towards the unions within the Lufthansa group of companies, which is, we'll find the word for that later on, which is something Lufthansa has decided about 5 months ago to reorganize themselves there, and which is in the process of being set up organizationally, politically, outside representation, internet page, etc., etc.
Yeah. It occurs to me that both of you gentlemen started original ideas, companies that before your time in charge of those companies really had not been done. For example, Reto, you helped set up Jade Cargo. That you've told me you feel very much that it's a family kind of an organization. How do you feel about leaving that and coming to work in a new situation?
I mean, every change, as you know, every change is positive and negative, meaning a crying and a smiling eye on it.
Yeah.
On the one side, of course, it was an intensive time. I was there from the beginning. We went through a very difficult time. Now on a better way. On the other hand, here it's a new challenge. It will be an interesting challenge. So I see it as most of the cases, I see it positive and at the same time negative. Of course, I'm a little bit sad leaving the old setup, but on the other way, I'm also quite happy to do something new and to take this new challenge.
Yeah. So what are your ideas for cargo charter? What are you thinking about? Are there some applications from things you did at Jade that you can bring to this task? What do you see so far? I know it's quite quick now. You know, you're just here a couple of days, but what do you see coming in the cargo charter business here?
I mean, first of all, I think the current setup, how it works, is perfectly organized. So it's not that you have now, it's not like in Jade where you have to change the whole setup or you have always to do a kind of firefighting.
Yeah.
But you know, first I come in, I look at it, and there will be changes, of course, but the changes will be discussed with the respective people, and I think there are more synergies to be used among the different players of the Lufthansa cargo family.
Yeah.
So that's why would be one approach, and then another approach would be kind of an expansion, looking at areas where we are not yet, looking at new maybe business opportunities. But again, it's not that here it's a fully functional, very well organized job, and it's not that it's an urgent need for action or change.
Yeah. So Christian, can I ask you, sir, as the guy that came in and started this organization, what are your feelings now as you're leaving it?
You know that is a difficult question. especially
course.
when you're asking about the feelings.
Of course.
When you started 8 years ago,
Yeah.
built up an organization, and I think today it's not only building an organization and building a company, but kind of also form a family,
Yeah.
develop a family,
Yeah.
which it most certainly is. And then you
Yeah.
ask about the feelings when leaving
Yeah.
the family. It's not quite like moving out from home, because that was kind of, looking for liberty. That's not what
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Now leaving a family which I have learned to like and to love a
Yeah.
lot,
Yeah.
and leaving a business which at times, and Heide knows that, and everybody working in the business, can be very exhausting, takes some nerves, because it's a very, very fragile, very open, very intransparent
Yeah.
thing where you do very many special deals with very many specifics, where our projects involve, and they involve the race cars and the horses, etc., where there's high tension. On the other hand, there's always a lot of satisfaction when these projects at the end of the day can be managed successfully and profitably.
Yeah.
So it's, on the one hand, it's it's going a little bit away from a very stressy jobs at sometimes, but also from a job I've really in the last years learned to love and like.
If you'd like further information on developing air cargo topics, go to www.aircargonews.com. If you'd like a free subscription to Air Cargo News and to our thrice weekly publication Flying Typers, write to me, Jeffrey, at aircargonews.com. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and keep 'em flying.